Good evening, everyone. We'll just wait a couple more minutes. I see people are trickling in. Hey, good evening, everyone. I think we're going to get started. Um, Good evening. Thank you for joining us for the Accelerated OYAP Virtual Open House for Hairstyling. My name is Cynthia Contractor, and I am the Community Services Officer at Studio 500. On today's agenda, we will talk about who is Studio 500, hairstyling apprenticeship, the Studio 500 program offerings, and answer any questions that you may have. So about Studio 500, We are an official government hairstyling training facility. We're funded by the Ministry of Labor, Immigration Training and Skills Development. We're currently offering Level 1 and Level 2 accredited in-school training, and we have been doing that since 2002. We are located at 500 The East Mall in Toronto, inside of the Burnham Thorpe Collegiate Institute. What is hairstyling apprenticeship? A hairstylist performs a range of hairstyling services, including cutting, designing, coloring, permanent waving, relaxing, and straightening. Hairstylists in Ontario are skilled workers and provide the public with a high standard of service. It is a restricted trade, which means certification is mandatory. The complete apprenticeship is approximately 3,500 hours. 3,020 of those hours are on-the-job training, and 480 hours of Level 1 and Level 2 combined in-school training. The entire apprenticeship takes about 2 to 2.5 years to complete. At Studio 500, we have 3 different streams of programs. Firstly, we have the Accelerated OYAP program, which offers our Level 1 basic training. Secondly, we have the Hairstylist Apprenticeship, which offers full apprenticeships for Level 1 and Level 2 advanced training. And lastly, we have an exam preparation course, which prepares you to challenge the government exam. Tonight, we will be talking mostly about the Accelerated Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program, better known as OYAP. Accelerated Hairstylist OYAP. Accelerated OYAP is an intensive one-semester program that combines a co-op placement with Level 1 training. What does that look like for you? A cooperative education placement, which will take place at a hair salon. You will need a registered training agreement in place. Your co-op teacher will guide you through this process. Next, this will be for 11 weeks and you will gain 4 credits. Next, there is the in-school training, which is the Level 1 basic training, and it will take place at Studio 500. It is full-time, Monday to Friday, from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Upon successful completion of the 8-week program, you will gain 2 credits. The in-school training at Studio 500 is scheduled to start April 7th to June 2nd, 2026, for a total of 8 weeks. Attendance is regulated by the ministry, and students may be dismissed if absent 3 or more days. As well, students must achieve a minimum of 70% overall to be granted Level 1 certificate. The following modules are covered in Level 1: ethics, regulation and policy, health and safety, entrepreneurial skills, professional development, client service, preparatory procedures and treatments, cut hair, style hair, permanent wave hair, color and lighten hair. The learning modes and materials. All students will use the Pivot Point Lab Learn About Beauty online training platform, which is a groundbreaking integrated social learning environment built specifically for the beauty industry, along with traditional textbooks and study guides to enforce learning concepts. Each student is provided with a hairstylist toolkit, which includes a mannequin and all trade-specific tools required to fulfill training requirements. You must note that individual school boards cover the cost of these items, and as a participant in the accelerated program, there is no cost to yourself. How to qualify for the accelerated OYAP. You must be at least 15 years old, eligible to work in Ontario, and have a social insurance number. You must be in good academic standing and completed at least 24 credits by February and be ready to graduate. You must have a co-op placement in a salon with a registered training agreement in place. The OYAP pathway to certification. So this slide has a lot of steps, but bear with me, each one is very important. So step 1, you have to register as an OYAP apprentice with the ministry with the assistance of your co-op teacher, and your pre-placement at your high school begins. Step 2, you will attend in-school Level 1 training at Studio 500 with us, which will begin April 2026. You will then complete hours at your co-op placement in the salon. So once you complete step 2, which is 8 weeks with us, you will return to your co-op placement in the salon. Next, you're at step number 4. You successfully achieve 6 credits and graduate from high school. Step number 5. You register with an employer that is willing to pay you and register as a regular apprentice with the Skills Trades Ontario. Step 6. Continuously complete an on-the-job training using your training standard logbook. Step 7. Return for level 2 in school training at Studio 500 with us and complete an exam preparation course. Step 8. Complete the requirements of your training standard. Remember, the benchmark is 3,020 hours. Step number 9. Submit in-school documents and your logbook to Skills Trades Ontario. They will then grant you a certificate of apprenticeship. Step 10. You will challenge the certificate of qualification exam. Upon successful completion of that exam, you will then be granted a hairstylist certificate and become a certified hairstylist in the province of Ontario. And so that completes my presentation with regards to what we offer at Studio 500 and how an accelerated OYAP pathway can lead you to a hairstylist license in the future. We have been delivering this program for a number of years, and we have helped countless grade 12 students graduate successfully with their level 1 and come back to complete their apprenticeship for level 2 and then ultimately challenge their license. So thank you. And now is the moment if you guys would like to ask any questions, I will open up the chat feature. I have one question. Are you able to type that question in the chat? So I have a question, and the question reads, who secures the co-op placement? Is it your homeschool or Studio 500? Great question. And so your homeschool would be the one that would secure the co-op placement for you. And so your homeschool, along with your co-op teacher, would do that. And they would also need to ensure that your placement is registered with the ministry, meaning with Skills Trades Ontario, and you would have to have a registered training agreement before you're able to come for level 1. Okay, I hope that answers your question. The next question reads, my son is interested in becoming a barber and cut men's hair only. Is the pathway the same? Excellent question also, and yes. And so in Ontario, the license is for hairstylists, which covers hairstyling and barbering all wrapped into one. And so if he's looking to get a license, it would be a full hairstylist license. With regards to your placement, the question reads, how many full weeks do we have at our placement? And so I would encourage you, from what I know, it's 11 weeks. However, I would encourage you to speak to your homeschool, and they would be able to give you a more concrete answer as to the placement component. Else? Yes. So the question reads, do students get a toolkit? Every student gets a toolkit. Within that toolkit, we have mannequins, we have blow dryers, flat irons, curling irons, clips, scissors, combs, brushes. Everything that you would need to complete your level 1 is in that toolkit. And so that would be provided to you. We provide them to the students. It's just an understanding with your homeschool as to where those kits are being kept, and whether or not you would get to have them at the end of the semester of the 8 weeks. In order to The question reads, do you need to be graduating? Do you need to be in your graduating year to enter this program? And so from my understanding, you need to have at least 24 credits, which would mean you would need to be in your graduating year. You're able to gain 4 co-op credits, and you're able to gain 2 credits for the in-school level 1 portion. Now, you would also need to ensure that you are in a position to graduate come June, meaning that you have completed all of your compulsory credits. Okay. Now, I think there's one student that has her hand up. Are you able to type your question in the chat? Were there any other questions? Another thing that I wanted to point out is if you are interested in applying for the program, um, I would encourage you to speak to your home school and, ask if for the possibility of coming in for a visit, just to see what we offer and what our training facility looks like. And that sometimes is a great opportunity for individuals to make a decision. Just gonna wait to see if there's any other questions. Gonna stay on here. Okay, so I have a couple more questions. So are students required to wear specific clothing, shoes, like a uniform? Okay, so we do ask that you wear comfortable shoes and closed-toe shoes because we are working with hot tools, we are working with sharp objects as well. And so we do provide each student with a smock because we do work with chemicals as well and color, which could potentially damage your clothing. So we would provide you with a smock, which you could put over your regular clothes. So no specific uniform. We do have smocks that will be worn every day at school. The question is, what if you are a new student and don't have the required credits? Um, so you would basically need to speak to your guidance counselor who would help you to kind of come up with a plan to get to where you need to be. And so the follow-up question, do you need to be in your graduating year to enter this program? Yes. In order to enter this program, you do need to be in your graduating year. The intention is that by June, you would have your required credits to graduate, as well as receive your level 1 training so that you may enter into a full apprenticeship where you would be registered with an employer that would be paying you. So you would essentially be able to work and get paid and come back to complete your level 2 at Studio 500. I have just posted my email in the chat. And so if you have any follow-up questions after today's session, feel free to reach out to me via email. It's cynthia.contractor@tdsb.on.ca. Was there anything that you wanted to go over? Any of the things that I covered that were a little bit unclear, needed some more details? Feel free to also put that into the chat. So am I going to be seeing a lot of applications for the individuals that joined us tonight? Does anyone know of anyone that's come to our program? And so, yes, definitely if you are a teacher on this presentation tonight and you would like to bring your students in for a tour, we would be more than happy to facilitate that. I would just encourage you to send me an email. Again, my name is Cynthia, and we can take that discussion offline and book something for you. I have a question. How will the work be after this semester? I'm not quite sure what that means. Um, but this would start, the level one would start in April. So that would be in your second semester. So from my understanding, you would need to apply for this program in November. And I think they probably covered some of the deadlines in the earlier session. And then you would start with your pre-placement in February and do some of your co-op. And then you would come to us in April and May, roughly up to June 2nd, and then you would go back and continue with your placement until the end of the school year. Oh, that's amazing. So one person wrote, have not had anybody come, but has people have been saying that the hairstylist program would be perfect for me for 2 years now. Yes, my daughter is intensely excited about this opportunity. She has already submitted her application with help from her co-op teacher. Ooh, that's awesome. And so the question is similar information on the slideshow available anywhere else to look back on it later? And so I think that there will be a recording of this presentation and it will be posted somewhere online. If you want to send me an email, I can clarify where that will be available, but I'm sure that the slide deck and the recording will be available. It is an excellent program. We've had many graduates who've come through who are actually have now gained their license, and it's such a privilege to watch individuals that are truly passionate about the industry well before they graduate high school. So it's always kind of been something that's in them that they've been able to pursue that passion and just take it that much further. It is also an opportunity for someone who's very serious but may not be 100% sure if this is the career that they want to pursue in the long run. And that's totally fine as well. So as long as the individual is committed, understands the importance of being on time and present and prepared, it is a college level program, which means that it moves very quickly and you are in an environment that is truly fast paced because we do have a lot of material to cover in such a condensed time frame. And so it is really for people that are able to learn independently and have that willingness to really do the work and put the work in. Oh, and so there will be uh, someone wrote that there will be a recording of this presentation, and that recording, if you would like to email me, I can find out where it would be posted online somewhere, as well as a copy of the slide deck. But if you want to reach out to me individually, I can also send that to you. And another question with regards to the recording, I'm not 100% sure if it will be posted in the Google Classroom, but I will find out for you. And you can send me an email if you're interested in the recording, and I can find out if I'm able to send that to you or where you can find it online. Okay. So there's a question about the Google Classroom that I am not sure about. You would need to speak to your teacher with regards to that. We're the training delivery agent, so we are offering the level one, the hairstyling portion. So we don't have access to your Google Classroom. Were there any other questions? Okay. Well, I'm here, so you can, if you do think of something, I'm going to keep it open. I think we have up until 8:30. So if there were any questions, I'm going to keep it open for the next few minutes or so. Otherwise, if there are questions that come up, as I said later on, you're more than welcome to email me, and I provided my email in the chat. And so for questions, we're only going to be using the chat function. So if you do have a question, please type it in the chat. Okay. So that if there aren't any more questions, I'm going to end tonight's session. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to come and listen to what Studio 500 has to offer for either yourself, your son, your daughter, your students. It is just a wonderful program that we feel so passionately about. All of the staff are committed to ensuring that the training experience is not only fruitful but extremely enjoyable. And, it's a career with endless possibilities. Creativity is unleashed. And so we look forward to hearing from you if you are interested in starting your career as a hairstylist. We hope to hear from many of you, and we would just want to thank you and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Take care.